Hello, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's me, Eli, the Dental Tiger fan of 2026, your friend, and welcome to episode 64 of Storytime with Eli. Now, today's episode is going to be another book that I've already read that's old because I have run out of episodes to read, and the really special episode I want to make from Daniel Flies on an Airplane, I want to make episode 65 next week. Anyway, folks, today we're going to be rereading Goodnight, Daniel Tiger. Yeah, folks, just try to cope with this one time with rereading this book again, okay? I know I had to do Dylan Goes to the Playground twice, and I'm doing this one twice. But I just have nothing else to read. I could have gone to the library to try to rent another one to read, but just try to cope with me reading this. But just try to cope with this reading this book again. I know I already read this one, but just bear with me and read this book again one last time, shall we? Okay, I promise you guys, next week will be a new book. But anyways, let's just go and read this one again. Here we go. Goodnight, Daniel Tiger, written by Angela C. Santomero. Summit Spotlight, New York, London, Toronto, Sydney, New Delhi. To Hope and Ella, everything I do for you. I'm so proud of you both and honored to be your mommy. Ugga mommy. Puppy mom tiger. This book belongs to Eli Zook. That's me. I just want that there. Here we go. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood today, and now it's nighttime. Daniel Tiger needs to get ready for bed. Dean, says Daniel. Tiggy wants to go for a trolley ride. Daniel wants to play, but it's time to get ready for bed. I know you want to play, Mom says. She snuggles with Daniel, but sleep is important so that you can grow. Do you remember what we do to get ready for bed? Daniel smiles and sings with Mom. Bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story is on, and off to bed. Dean, hop aboard for a trolley ride to bath time, Dad says. Daniel laughs and takes a ride. Dean, Daniel wants to play, but it's time to get ready for bed. You see, even the sun is going down in the background. It's almost nighttime, just like how it is for me right now, because the time I'm recording this is 9:15 p.m. Here we go. Daniel likes bath time. As he scrubs, he plays in scenes. Scrub my fur up on top of my head. Scrubby, scrub. Soon it's time for bed. Daniel imagines he is on a boat, sailing the soapy seas. He's seen sailing the soapy seas. Bring all of your friends and come with me to sail the soapy seas. Daniel wants to play, but it's time to get ready for bed. Keep saying it, everybody. I think they're me. Dad says you need to get to sleep at bedtime so your great big imagination can rest. I do have a lot of imagining on what to do tomorrow, Daniel says as Dad dries his fur. Dental scenes, bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story and song, and off to bed. Dental has taken his bath, and now it's time for his favorite trolley PJs. Next stop on the trolley ride is brush your teeth, says Dad. Dental takes his toothbrush and hops up to the sink. Dental scenes, I gotta brush my teeth. At night, if I want to keep them healthy and bright, I gotta brush my teeth. Daniel's teeth are all brushed. That's a lot of saying to brush. Because he's seen gotta brush my teeth. That's how he sings it. Let's take Tiggy for a ride on trolley, says Daniel. Dean. Daniel wants to play, but it's time to get ready for bed. Mom holds Tiggy up to her ear. Oh, I see, she says to Tiggy. Daniel stops playing and looks at Mom. What is she talking about with Tiggy? Tiggy wants to snuggle up in bed and hear a bedtime story, Mom explains. Dylan climbs up into bed. Let's read a bedtime story for Tiggy, he says. Dylan is getting sleepy. Dylan snuggles up with Mom as she reads a bedtime story. Reading the story with Mom makes Daniel feel comfy and cozy. Daniel is sleepy, but Daniel does not want to go to bed. Daniel, sweetie, you've got to go to sleep so you can grow big and be healthy and strong. You're going to be tired the next day, don't you? I think you need to go to sleep. Daniel quietly sings bath time, PJs, brush teeth, story and song, and off to bed. Then he yawns a big tired tiger yawn. Daniel does want to go to bed. Daniel is sleepy. Mom and Dad, can you sing me a goodnight song? Mom and Dad sing, "Good night, Daniel, good night. It's time to go to sleep, and when you awake, the sun will greet you with its bright and sunny face. Good night, Daniel, good night. Everyone in the neighborhood is going to sleep too." Let's see how the neighbors start going to sleep. Good night, Miss Elena. Good night, Prince Wednesday. Good night. Good night, Katarina Kitty Cat. Good night. Good night, Aldi Owl. Good night. Good night, Gentle Tiger. Good night, and good night to you, Agamaiga. The end. And boom, folks, episode 64 will wrap up right here. After I read this little back title. It's almost time for Gentle Tiger to say goodnight. But there's still so much to do. There's bath time and then toothbrushing time. And don't forget story time, which we just did. Okay, folks, well, episode 64 wraps up right here. Well, if you loved this episode, please remember to like and subscribe, enable post notifications so you'll be notified when I upload new videos to my channel. So yeah, again, I apologize in advance that I had to read a book that I've read before. You know, folks, my series have gone so long, and I felt like I've read every single Gentle Tiger book that is in existence. But I know there's still a couple ones called Remembering Bluefish, I Feel Mad, I Feel Sad, I Feel Silly, all the different kinds of ones I haven't yet read before. But when I read every single Gentle Tiger book that is made to conclusion, or when I get to 100 episodes, I will either decide to end the series or keep on going and switch to a different title. But I want to keep on reading Gentle Tiger books because you guys like that. Anyway, folks, that is it for this video. Just wanted to let you guys know, next week episodes will be a new one called Daniel Flies on an Airplane, or Daniel's First Airplane Ride, actually. Well, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.